Hi guys, it's Miss Patterson again, here for the lab. As you can probably tell, I record these back to back because I'm wearing the same thing in the same position. This is our Mod H Unit 1 Lesson 2 lab. So this is the big lab, the second one, after you've hopefully taken all of the notes. In this one, we are going to be identifying unknown substances. So let's go. All right, so here, identifying unknown substances, identifying an unknown substance by testing its properties. So, in this activity, you will identify an unknown substance. How do you think you can do this? So, this is just kind of for you to answer. There's no necessarily right or wrong answer, but you should definitely use the notes that you've previously used to possibly answer this question. So, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to answer this question. Okay, and then the second one is, without touching it, observe your sample and record your observations. Since this is you're probably absent or, something else, I'm going to show you all of the substances and you can pick which one you would like to record and test and base this lab off of. So it's completely up to you. You can pick whichever one you want, but I'm going to describe each one and, tell you what's up with it. So let's start off with substance 1, or actually here's all of them together. So obviously they all look very similar. So that's why we're trying to identify which one is which. So this is number 1. It's super grainy. It's not as crystally, but it still involves, kind of some white crystals. Okay, so just record some of these observations as I'm poking through it. All right, then we're going to move on to 2. Kind of a more coarse crystal, meaning that, they're thicker. Number 3 is more fine. Okay. 4, still kind of shiny, sparkly, just like the others, but it's kind of like more of a powdery substance. Very soft. Okay. And last but not least, number 5. Obviously very, very fine. Very soft, doesn't really grainy at all. Okay, so once again, pick one that you want to, focus on. Keep in mind you are going to have to watch the whole video even if you don't pick the others, because obviously you need to know which one is yours. But go ahead and think about it and pick one, and please put it in your number 2. So say I am choosing number 2 to observe and what it looks like. Go ahead and pause the video to write that down. All right, now here's the table. Obviously the appearance is all very similar, so they're all filled in. So this table is filled in because you're just trying to figure out if your substance is A, B, C, D, or E. And you'll obviously write down the answer of what you think it is whenever we go through all of this. So starting with number 1, we're going to try if it is soluble in water. So we're going to take this, put some in there. Now that, remember, this is room temperature water. So I'm now going to stir it. I'm going to go ahead and pause it and stir it for you guys, because otherwise I don't want that whole bunch of clanging and it'll take a lot longer. So just give me a second. So I went ahead and stirred it up, and as you can see, there's still some stuff at the bottom. So therefore, it is not soluble in water. So looking at our chart, there's only 2 that are not soluble in water. Now we're going to try the vinegar test. So we're going to take some vinegar. Okay. Put it on top. And it bubbles. Okay, so it does react. So it doesn't, or it isn't soluble in water, but bubbles form. So therefore, which letter is it? Go ahead and type a 1 next to the letter. Okay, now we're going to go with 2. So let's try the water test again. I'm going to take some pinches, put it in there. Okay, so you can see it at the bottom. Once again, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to stir it and we'll see what happens. Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty much gone. So therefore it is soluble in water. So looking at our chart, we have 3 that are soluble in water. So let's do the vinegar test. Okay, once again, we're going to take the vinegar. Go ahead and pour it on here. And just, bubbles form because I put it on, or, put it on there a little bit too quick. Oop, I accidentally got into number 4, so at least we know number 4 is bubbly. But as you can see, like right here, it doesn't foam. It just starts to dissolve. So therefore this one is a yes to soluble, but no reaction to vinegar. So that could be either A or B. Let's try 3 though. Okay, 3, picking some up, pull it in there. Okay. And as you can see, almost immediately it dissolves. It's, no longer there. So this one is also dissolvable in water. Let's try the vinegar test. And once again, it just kind of starts to dissolve. There's no real big bubbles or anything. So, all right. Now let's try 4. So we're going to pick up 4. So, well, I guess once again, 3 could either be A or B. You can guess which one is which. But now we're going to put some in there. Okay. Once again, going to give it a good stir. And once again, as you can see, pretty much dissolves immediately. Okay, so then, once again, going over here, we already kind of tested it when I accidentally mixed it with 2, but here's the reaction for 4. Big reaction. So, we're going to say that it is soluble and bubbles form. So go ahead and put the number next to which one has bubbles and it is soluble in water. All right, now we're going to try our number 4. Okay, gonna put it in here. And as you can see, it can't dissolve fully because otherwise it would be clear like these, except for that one because that one was our first one. So this one is not soluble in water. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and try the vinegar test. Pour it on there. And nothing. It just becomes wet, and that's it. So this one is, it is not soluble, and it does not have a reaction with vinegar. So go ahead and put it next to the color, or put it next to the letter that you think that is. You can go ahead and replay any of this that you would like in order to figure it out. But if you have any questions, let me know. So write a plan to identify the substance, including the test you plan to perform and any variables that you need to consider. So basically it's asking you, what is some human error that could possibly happen for this test to be invalid? You can write that whenever you're done. You guys don't need to do this part because I did the thing for you. So which one was yours? So based off of what number you chose up here in number 2, what letter was yours down here? So I will tell you, number 1 was E. Number 2, could have been A or B. 3 also could have been A or B because they're both very similar objects. 4 was D, and C was 5. So go ahead and say if you were correct or not. And then you can answer these yourself. I hope you guys had a good week. I hope you all are doing okay. Once again, email me, let me know if anything else. If you have any questions, I hope that you have a great weekend. Bye.